Right, so let's talk about Liverpool, Manchester United, shall we? In a game that was kind of only really notable for Diogo Dalot's laughable red card in the 94th minute of the game. A red card that was so unnecessary that, even though it didn't affect the game in any way, or it could have done, I guess, it's become the talking point again because the officiating from Michael Oliver was just so bad. I think this was a unanimous feeling across football fans when they saw 2 yellow cards given to Dalot. Yeah, 2 in the same 10 seconds, I think it was, for protesting to vocally that a throw-in went the wrong way. And it did. The throw-in should have gone to Dalot. It came off Salah, went out for a throw, and it was given in Liverpool's favour. Again, it felt against the way the game was going. It felt like something that Liverpool didn't deserve. So rightfully, Dalot gets angry, gets booked, continues to protest and gets a second yellow within 10 seconds. I think that's where the problem lies with football fans, is that in that moment where the referee's wrong, it just looks spiteful to give him a yellow card twice, doesn't it? I mean, you probably couldn't have argued with 1 yellow for dissent. You could have understood why Dalot was reacting the way he did, but Michael Oliver's reaction is just petty, and he's got form for it, hasn't he? He did it to Gabriel Martinelli as well, gave him 2 yellows in the space of, I think, 7 seconds in that instance, and so totally unnecessary, and it just doesn't look great for officials at the minute this season, does it? Really poor performance from Michael Oliver. Again, another game where an unnecessarily high amount of yellow cards were given, and in a fixture like this, that's kind of to be expected, but it was laughable, some of the yellow cards that were being given out. But for the game itself, it was a really poor game, wasn't it? Really poor, short of quality, difficult to watch, difficult to play against, I think, for Liverpool. And do you know what? For a United fan, that's music to our ears, because everybody went into this game fearing the worst. Every United fan was predicting a similar kind of fate to what happened to us at Anfield last season, which is, of course, a 7-0 loss, which we won't talk about anymore ever again. But did we perform well? In some aspects, yeah. I think Rafael Varane's inclusion in the team, it makes it seem ridiculous that he wasn't playing in the last few games, doesn't it? He was the star man for United in a game where it was always going to be a bit of an onslaught. I thought he was the standout defender, definitely. I mean, his organisation and his maturity, who'd have thought that a World Cup and European Champions League winner would have been such a great player to have in your central defence? It's, again, laughable that he hasn't been playing as much until now. But I think he proved a huge point to Erik ten Hag by controlling that backline really well. I mean, I must admit, the way we tried to play out from the back a few times scared me a little bit, but holding on to that point is a big step, I think. We played probably as badly in parts as we did in that 7-0 loss last season, but the fact we walked away with a point is a relief, a massive relief. Are we any more optimistic going into the next game? No, not really. Rasmus Højlund did not get a sniff in this game. The ball rarely got up to him. When we had the chance to counter-attack, we didn't really take it. We were so poor at passing. Our pass completion was around 65-70%, something like that. So yeah, an awful game for quality from both sides, to be fair. Liverpool weren't very clinical at all. They had chances to score and didn't take them. So yeah, on reflection, a really valuable point, and just a massive sigh of relief for United that this wasn't a massacre that most of us expected. And it opens up the title race, doesn't it? Taking those 2 points off Liverpool means Arsenal suddenly look more in control, means Villa look like they've got a chance, means City kind of are still in the mix in some ways as well. So yeah, movers and shakers, and United being involved in the top 4, but not actually part of the top 4. But hey ho, that's the new reality of being a Manchester United fan.